go. Well, I forgot to do that edit. See if I edit it on my phone, which is easier because I can just speak. Right. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. Oh, hi. You're what? At the moment, so I can't join. Well, this will last for most of the day, so, but hello too. I'm trying to create the other post. Security breach. I forgot. I need to hook up my headphones actually. I'm just making the post. Of course I somehow write that backwards. I don't know that. Okay, it should be all the tags. to the company know how to get up. But I have to at some point. You can get up later. You don't have to stay up with us. We are not doing the rest today. My brain's turning spaghetti with those. Just waiting until people come in really. What? What is wrong? Nothing wrong. I'm looking for an art piece and I don't want to do the rest because they're just driving me nuts. The only one I'm really happy with right now is Butler. And my brain turning into mush slowly. Those two are fine first. And huzzah. But once we get some people on here, we'll start rambling about thingamajiggers. What? No. Nah. No. No, I'm fine. So funny. Here's the link. I need to have this link. You're not listening to my own stream? Because I heard how bad that is. No. Cannot hide from your feelings? I will. I will actually. I forgot to tag my headphones and they just turned off. Good night. Please. Why does it sound so awful? Doesn't sound please. Oh, did it bother you when on stream and got it? No. 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 No, you do not. No. It's too early. No, that's not early. It's 9. It's almost 10. You are murderous. You are murderous. You are murderous, my friend. Here comes a big ding ding. I don't know if you guys can actually show that. There's a thing that happens whenever I'm gonna listen to nature sounds again because as long as they're really nice. We'll just do the same video that we had before. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, my kid's here. Wyatt, what are you doing sleeping on that thing? And the bowl's next to you. She's too tired. She's too tired to care about what I'm saying. Anyways. Where's my sketchy sketch? What is this letter? Oh, this. just sketches and coloring. You're right, Evil. I have the right brush. No, I don't. Brush it. Oh, it's that one. Go. Alright, well, no one showed up yet, so I'm just gonna start rambling about the theories we have, or at least, like, information we get really compared with. If I hack into your stream, sit down to get you to feel. No! I don't know how to do that. I remember my brother could do that, surprisingly. Get you to feel. No. No, let's see. We fine. This brush is too light. Okay, no, I got my life straight enough. I just, you take care of everyone in the family. You learn to just not worry about everything. Good enough. Biting you, biting you. No! No, stop biting. We live here. And we wake up at, what was it today? 6? It was 6. I think I stayed up till like 11 and woke up at 6. No, you can't bite me! Bite later! Awful one. I ate 2 pieces of chicken today. That was good. Oh yeah. How big? I don't know. They're decent size. About it. It feels like the right-ish size, little skinny motherfuckers. Like chicken tenders. I picked them up in the air fryer. Yes, I ate 2 of them with the super saucy mayonnaise. I take mayonnaise, I take taco sauces, because whenever you ask, like, Taco Bell people, mentally, no, I don't need mentally. No. Look, as long as my family's happy, I'm happy. You get my brother with his stuff. Autistic stuff. I love him, but dear goodness. I'm still recovering from the night where we stayed. Oh, how long did we stay up? We stayed up till almost 3:30-ish. Waiting for him to come back inside. About 3:30. I think that's how long it took. Then I checked, because my mom told me to go inside. And I checked up on him at like floor at night just to make sure he was actually inside the house. Because I wasn't sure. You remember in the math stream? No. No, I make therapists worried that they aren't doing anything right. Am I doing this wrong? No, I'm just right. And then I don't do the helmets, and I think it's bad way. Dang it, because living in bliss is easier than living in effect. Wait, you are not the undescribed. No, you are a dog. Coyote. Canid. Yeah, what family are coyotes in, actually? I mean, everyone knows what canine, but what family? Okay, let me see. I've got to search this up real quickly. Real quickly. What is a coyote's family tree? Get me out of this now. No. Yes, Canada, that's what's it called? Topology? Get you out of this. No, you can't get out of this. There we go. Coyotes are just below gray wolves and domestic dogs, with the African wolf and like the jackal being like uncles. Intriguing. So you can almost say that, like, jackals turned into coyotes. Or maybe they were wolves and just became coyotes. I don't know. Given that you have koi wolves exist, means that they're closer than dirt. Coyotes are possibly coming to your doorstep. No, we don't even have coyotes. I don't think we have coyotes where I live. I don't think we do. I think there's some like further in the country though. But we live near the mountains, you know, we got mountain lions is what we see. No, I want to talk about ruin and all that sort of theory shit. What is this arm? Struggle at keeping the curvature of the arm without ruining it. No. Let's talk about ruin. That's not the one I want to do. Be right back. Alright, bye-bye. How do you get out of your bed? I need to make my eraser bigger, that's why I can't see it. I forgot I was doing rough line art, so that's why it looks so tiny. I need to make my surprised my sister been looking. Arm. How long it takes to draw an arm for me. Okay. We're gonna stop this. We're actually just gonna make a new thing so my brain's not focused on that. And perfection, and we're more focused on this. There we go. I think everyone cringes at my typing. Oh, I need the key pose. Okay. So I'm gonna not really good at that. I've done a catch. Because everyone's guessing. I am plagued by the Southern Moon Show. What is this? That give me. That's the search results. It's awful. No one's uploaded any good pictures I can have with. What is that? What is that? What? Can't see it. Oh, that's why it looks so weird. I was like, what is happening? Ooh. Fantastic. I don't mind it, so I won't keep it. It's funny that that's how it shows up though. It's like this string. I was so confused. I guess I'm on some shows everywhere. Oh, there is. this is a thing. I saw it in the video where there we go. Where is Ghost finds these novels void near the city in the void. There it is. I knew it was here. Oh, I need to move my bird. I have my balance bird on there. Oh, this little guy. Move back. Where? There we go. Look at that low poly mod. Let me put my bird somewhere. It's on top of my little human figure thing that I just have placed in front of my thing for posing. The blinds are in the way. Get out of my way. There we go. Sweet. Where should I go? I said it. Oh my god. Let me look at the low poly model in this goddamn video. I can't, I paused the ad. Where's the pause the ad? Where's the pause? Can't hear anything he's saying. Oh, there it is. In the void. I can't say this. Where? Where's all Cassie's hands? I just under there. I was so pissed. I finally realized what that was. Why did you like that? Okay. I was like, what's on his toes? It's Cassie. Unclear last. I'm trying to take a screenshot. In case I wasn't taking a screenshot. Oh god, am I? It's really weird without I don't know if this is textureless or just lightless. I think it's lightless, because it has glow. It's kind of creepy. Those pants are playing in that scene too, what the hell? I see a sunny boy. Oh. Nope. Why do people, get, just the just like a single like frame. But how do you expose the thing? Because I can't find that. I wonder if you can see this more blue than yellow unless they're in VR. Unless it has something to do with like the glow not being perfect. We can't screen it now because I don't want to lose my mind. It looks up. I'm just gonna get it for it. It's moving up top. I know. My moon will be up here. It's poor leg. It gets really sad. Ain't got a foot. Get that animation. I have this in the background. Anyone else a fan of the nature sounds? I like the nature. VC Bozo. What? What? I'm like, get out of the screen. What do you mean VC Bozo? Since what? Where did you come from? When did you come back? I'm like over here scanning through pictures to get like good models and you just pop out of nowhere. Hello. I am so infected by the Summer Show. Just now. I was so confused. I clicked back on chat to make it appear. I'm like, what the? I'm infected by memes, Cinnamon Show, and a lot of Tumblr posts I just watched. I thought about it in Discord? Oh! I haven't done that yet!
Took you long enough.
I was like, what are you talking about, Discord? Like, why are we talking about Discord? I click on there, I'm like, oh no, I forgot to actually put in my stuff. I love this render. I don't know who made this. This is making me laugh. More renders.
Therapy aside, hello, I am out of bed.
You are out of bed. You are out of bed. You know, just random shared thought for your port ears. It was so hot last night, I opted to not wear any shirts or stuff, just undergarments without a blanket.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm hot. It's so very hot. I think I can like these. Give me. Ah. We have broken.
But I have share rules, so if you hear like stuff, yeah.
No, it's fine. No, I have. Well, I think the fan is it off? No, it's on. I think in one of the streams I didn't realize it until later. I was so confused. I like spent like the beginning of like the next stream after it, like trying to figure out where the static was. It wasn't static. It was the good goddamn fan.
Hee fan.
That's what we're just copying. I don't know how many of these are like models people made or actual renders. At least I got some pictures from the lightless version of this. Although I probably should get a lighted version because his arms aren't glowing. I'm like, I know this will give me like an accurate model, but it's not gonna have any lighting, and it looks wrong because like, it's funny. I don't know. I need to look at it again, but I don't know if this is true. But it's like, in the real world, the arms are blue. And like I think in the VR, I think it's the same model, but the glow makes it look different. And so like you can tell it's Sun's upper arms and then Moon's lower arms. And that's like without the glow thing going on. Which is interesting. I guess it kind of shows that it's still Moon's body, but his eyes change. I think that's true. His eyes change. I need to find videos again. Double maps. Really not about. I need back to Eclipse. Jump scare sound. At least the jump scare sounds are like different. Like, it's like some guitar riff or something. Cause I think when he's eclipsing, both his eyes glow. But when he's not, it's like, well, I know like at least in like the sun of VR thing, one of his eyes glows.
I believe when it's only Moon, it's only the red one, and when it's only Sun, it's only the yellow one, but with Eclipse, it's both.
Yeah, with Eclipse, it's both. Well, Sun is. I will say, like, in Ruin, like, I don't know what Sun's doing. He sounds creepy. They sound different. And I don't know how to feel about it. They sound so much more high-pitched. Like, both of them. Like, Sun and Moon. They sound like,
so I'm not the only one who's like, did the VA forget how to do the voices?
yeah! Like, I was like, what is happening? They sound like Gollum. Like... actually, I might need to switch up now, but I need to switch up.
Because he was like, the VA was like at cons and stuff doing the voices for Sun and Moon, and I was like, did he forget to do the voices? And then here comes Ruin with the same voices, and it's like, did I mishear something or what?
Yeah, it's like, what is happening? Did I spell attendant right or wrong? I am pretty sure I spelled attendant wrong. But whatever.
I think it's 2 T's.
Is it 2 T's? Maybe I'll get better search results. Or they just want to change it all. Alright, thank you so much. Where's like a cutscene reel? I know they exist. The amount of times I've seen it. There's the boss, man. He's the boss. Nah, for... What? I find it weird. I mean, there's this one. This one turns into... Screw you, game. Why are you being so mean?
I know that there's been like all the voice lines and stuff, but I don't know about video.
Yeah, I've been like, it's an unfortunate thing. You find all these nice videos, but like they're done by like weird, obscure channels. And so like when you try and like search it up through the search engine, they're like pushed deep down to the netherworld of YouTube's this viewer doesn't get enough things. And so like I can't find them again. I'm like, I know I watched like 3 different videos from 3 separate people, like going through all the cutscenes, but I can't find a single one because they aren't like, top of the list, fancy, or something. And it sucks. I mean, here's the voice line one though. Generator locations.
Try looking up Ruin Daycare Attendant all scenes.
All scenes. Give me the search engine. Give me the search engine. Excuse me. Someone select me.
Be right back.
Jump scare. Like jump scares. What about Easter eggs? Actually, that might work. By the way, you're gonna see spoilers. Ruin's been out like 2 or 3 days. And we already have like people like finding stuff. Maybe I can find it in my library. I'm tired. Yeah, I just want. Why is it listed like that? Alright, whatever. There's that one.
Hello.
I'm trying to see if I can find like the things in history because I know I watched it. Watched the Sun and Moon shows secret things, which by the way, it wasn't a great secrets video. I mean, it was cool to see the dialogue, but I'm like, well, I was hoping you would explore your bedroom, given that it's in your thumbnail, but they never did.
I'm so surprised they never went into the room.
Yeah, I'm like it's in the thumbnail. I'm like, why are you like? I kept like I remember I reversed the video a couple times because I was like, am I going mad? Did they really not go into their own like room? Like did they just not know that secret? Or, like which one of the security breach gang like did their room? Like which one went into their room? I don't know. We got this secrets video. Hopefully I can find. I mean, at least their bedroom. Cheapest fun world. Bonnie. Minutes costume. I know it looks like it. There you go. Yeah, there you go. I just realized. Wait, hold on. Does Sun not have the eyeball? It doesn't have the eyeball. It's not there. I'm not kidding. Moon's eyeball disappears.
Yeah, I told you, it's like yellow for sun, red for moon.
Well, like in the VR Sun, he doesn't have Moon's eyeball. Period. Like it doesn't it isn't there to even glow in the first place. It doesn't exist.
Oh, I get what you mean.
We are jumping. Why don't you just do all the DCR stuff? One go. Where is the room? Here we go. This is the other thing. This is like the lore is in their room. And
I'm still so interested about like it interested me so much how in the VR world the room is clean, but in the real world it's dirty.
I think like because I don't know why it's very specific for sun and moon, but sun is like the VR, and moon is not, and so I mean sun likes everything clean, so the room is clean, but like moon, like I can't tell if this is what moon wants or if it's just reality. I'm assuming it's just reality, but it's kind of like very interesting because it's like either sun is living an illusion or something else. Because because at least like for sun, it's like it's what he wants. But the daycare is still messy in Sun's VR, so I don't know. I think it's just a thing specific to the room. I just wonder why. I mean, it could just be an Easter egg, but like the eclipse on the ceiling, the balloon world eclipse on the ceiling, is very
I mean, it could be an Easter egg considering the plush baby Easter egg room.
Yeah, yeah, it probably could. I still find it interesting. That mini game, I have heard. Okay, I remember. I'm not gonna find it. I'm actually giving up searching for things right now. But at least from what I've seen, like that, the Balloon World mini game. There was some theory that was like an Into Madness thing was a thing. That the Balloon World minigame represents the Into Madness thing.
Yeah.
And then you have something. I only found this pointed out in this one video, is that the eclipse, like, because you have like I think like the happy sun. This is the happy sun. Okay, because I think he has like this genuine smile. Like he's got these cheeks and he's got like, he looks generally smiley. Like it isn't creepy. Like I don't think he has a wide grin. But when the moon comes out, of course it's got freaking, terror eyes.
Okay. I need to show something, but I'm trying to see all the descriptions for like the AR collectibles in Ruin.
Yeah.
I need you to see this.
What?
Cry.
Cry. He needs to cry. Oh. Anyways, I have some lovely faces here. But like it switches over from the sun to the moon, and then it switches back over to the sun in the little Balloon World game. And instead of returning to this sun, we get a creepy sun. Really don't have to, but we get the creepy sun instead of the happy sun we had before. These are some wonderful drawings. I can't look at my own thing. It's beautiful.
It's really like curious about what's going on with Sun and Moon, because like with the collectibles it like literally tells us,
Yeah.
oh fuck, right, I remember talking about this to either 2D or Jade, but like it's confusing where the daycare attendant comes from, because in the books it's like hinting at they used to be in the theater.
Yeah.
But and Moon was like put away, but like with the collectibles it tells us Moon was actually really nice, and he took control of nap time.
Yeah, so like the sun and moon work together at some point. All right? Like together they took care of the little daycare. Why did I put a cloud on top of the rainbow?
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? So,
this.
What?
Take a look at this one.
Discontinued. Oh. I mean, this is the golden one, but that's interesting. So, okay, well, that actually tells us that, like, baby existed as a toy. Oh, some game theory about how, like, they've made the games, continuity-wise as, like actual games. Like the other games as they're, like, literal games inside of Security Breach. Or something like that, something similar to that. But, like, if it's discontinued, then the dolls are haunted. They vanish. Like in that one storage closet. Because nobody likes that. Nobody likes it. But at least it, like, shows, what is. But, like the daycare, they took care of the superstar daycare. Like, both of them did. Something happened to Moon to make him angry. And Sun got, like, either pushed to the side, started getting hurt or something. I don't know. Just being beat or something. But, like, something happened between these two, and we don't know what that something was. Like, was it the virus? Was it was it something else? Like, was it coding? Was it... What happened to Moon to get him so angry? And why is making us whole what Sun wants, and, you know, creates Eclipse? Or, like, who is Eclipse is another question entirely, but, you know, why do we need Eclipse to be created whole with Sun and Moon? Who is this? Who is Eclipse? Like, is he, like, that's, like, the big question. Is he, like, the theater version of them? Is he security? Is he just them together? Is it, like, what? He has, like, a very, very different voice. Like, even if we look at, like normal Sun and Moon before they changed the voice acting or whatever the hell happened there, he has a very different voice. Like, it's a very sweet, kind voice. And he gives off the air of, like, either, at least to me, he gives off the air of either being the perfect daycare attendant, or not having any sort of corruption at all. Like, this is, like, what they're supposed to act like. Or something.
It also begs the question of, if they were from the daycare theater, what part did Eclipse have to play?
Because he says happy birthday. That's the first line he says. Which I theorized that it either meant that he was in a birthday, or that's, like, his boot up or something. Like, he boots up in party mode or something. Like, either the last activity Eclipse was doing was a birthday, or he boots up in a party mode, was what I was kind of thinking. Which, I will say, here's a side thought. This is really weird. Okay? I don't know, because his name changes, and this might mean nothing. But, okay, like I said, Balloon World thing, you have the Moon taking over the Sun and giving him a creepy smile, right? Before it, like, turns into the Eclipse thing, right? Is Eclipse Moon? Like, is that how Moon is supposed to act? Like, is the Eclipse we listen to and hear Moon? Because when we try and repair Sun with the weird wrench thing, he says, no, I need you to help other me. And so, is other me just a Moon, and he becomes Eclipse?
I'm pretty sure it when Sun is mentioning other me, it's Moon.
Yeah,
because
so
AR world sun, real world moon.
So we
And
are.
that voice clip only happens in the VR world.
Yeah. And so, like, Sun is telling us we need to reboot Moon. So, are we rebooting? Is Eclipse the rebooted version of Moon? Like, are they the same person, but, like, fixed? It was a weird train of thought that, like, I thought of that, like, made me want to start a stream. Because I'm like, could that be true? Could Eclipse just be what Moon is supposed to be? Is Eclipse Moon? Like, base Moon. I don't know how much validity is to that idea. Because the word whole messes with it. Because whole is like together. But Sun says other me. We're repairing other me. And this is other me. This is Moon is other me. So we are rebooting other me. And he turns into Eclipse, or like what is happening? Are we taking the evil virus grin off of Moon? And fixing him? I don't know.
I'm currently distracted because Twitter.
What's on Twitter? I don't have a Twitter account. Well, I do, but I haven't.
Okay, basically, you know fnaf, correct?
Yes.
He played the Ruin DLC and he didn't really like it, and so, like, the FNAF fan base is, like, getting onto him for it, which is kind of stupid in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, people have their opinions, man.
And now it's apparently, like, fnaf's fans are sending gore compilations to someone? I don't fucking know.
What?
And people are trying to cancel Phil?
What? What? Oh, hi. Hello, Digimon lover. It is nice to see you. Good morning. Some things just do not work in the air. I don't think so. Eclipse is both of them at once, and Moon was the one in control and needing a reboot. You know, like
and
something.
Anon joins.
Anon?
Inferior Inferno. Fucking.
I have no idea what you're looking at, man. I don't know. Well, that's the point, Digimon lover, is that we are rebooting Moon. So, like, is Eclipse really both of them at once, or is he just the reboot of Moon? Now, I mean, this mini theory of mine gets messed up by the whole fact that Eclipse has a separate name, but it would technically, like, pan out if we ignore the word whole, which could mean a whole bunch of things, but, like, if the word whole does not mean mix, if the word whole does not mean that we are being merged together, if it just means, you know, fix us, I need you to fix Moon from Sun, then, like, rebooting Moon is just rebooting Moon, and he gains the name Eclipse. I don't know, because Sun speaks afterwards.
I need to get off Twitter. I'm going down a rabbit hole.
I have a feeling you are, because you've been silent. Here. Let's distract you with a friend. Darling! Come here!
I'm getting down the fucking rabbit hole of Twitter being weird.
I'm a darling. You like the darling? She's all very sleepy right now.
Dreams catching up.
It was Moon's body at the time, so rebooting Sun wouldn't have worked because he wasn't the real one. Yeah, so we're just rebooting Moon. Like, you can't reboot Sun. So we're just rebooting Moon, which means, I mean, I don't know how the daycare attendant works, but if we're just rebooting Moon, like, if there's a difference between the AR world where Sun is there and he tells you not to reboot him, does that mean we're just rebooting Moon? And by rebooting Moon, we are booting him into his base code, which is Eclipse. It's a darling.
I want you to know on camera that cat looks so much like a plushie.
My cat is a plushie. I'm not explaining how I perceive it right. Let me try again. We'll see. Let's see, Digimon lover. These are my doodles, and my doodles are basically I'm taking from the arcade machine idea that like Moon eclipsed the sun, like not as the Eclipse character, but like as an actual moon eclipsing the sun. That's what happens in the Balloon World game. Kind of, basically.
You know, I have two things to say. Either we have two eclipses because Balloon World, or Balloon World is foreshadowing.
Yeah, I mean, it might be. The reason I'm so stuck on the Balloon World thing is the fact that Sun gains the smile afterwards, after Moon comes out. And so when the moon came, so the sun was first, and then the moon came out, and then whatever the moon did passed on the sun. Now, I mean, the rest of the theory that, like, went along with that video that pointed out that detail to me, they were talking about, like, what Sun and Moon were actually supposed to be, and what the original story for them was, and how, like, the sun was getting, like, powered off. Like, we were supposed to have, like, a boss fight with the daycare attendant, where, like, where the moon basically caused Sun to, like, lose power. And so it was only the moon active, and you had to yada yada. You had to defeat the moon and get his power module because the sun was dead. I don't know. That was the rest of the theory that was in that video. But like,
it might just be the smile is just their default.
Well, like that's what I hear. Let me see if I can find it.
Like at the start, I have it pulled up. At the start, Sun does have his mouth open, and then Moon comes out, and then Sun has his mouth closed. But like that could just be the default, and it was just an intro.
I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. I need to watch this video myself. It's honestly been a while since I've watched it. It's Moon in control, so it's his body. So you can't remove Sun because Sun isn't there. Rebooting Moon rebooted both of them, but Sun wasn't in the real world, so nothing happened in the AI. I gotta read this twice. It's Moon in control. It's his body, so you can't reboot Sun because Sun isn't really there. Rebooting Moon rebooted both of them, but Sun isn't in the real world, so nothing would happen in the AI. Oh! You're saying that you can't reboot Sun because he's literally not physically there. But we are rebooting Moon, which is doing a full reboot on the daycare attendant. And that's why you think it's an Eclipse thing, because they're both rebooting at the same time. I could see that.
Well, I mean, they do share a body.
Yeah. So, I mean, it would make sense. I can spell my name. So, I mean, yeah, it makes sense if they were both rebooted. So you're thinking it's Sun and Moon at the same time, being like a literal eclipse. Same time sort of stuff. Which is valid. I mean, it makes the most sense given that the fact that we have the name change, and that's like, and then you bring in the word whole, you know, and make us whole.
I'm gonna make a joke.
Why are you making a joke?
You're trying to bring back the whole how many toes are there on animatronics theories.
What?
Oh, were you not here in early days?
Are we talking about? Wait, are you talking about the whole counting the toes?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. It's technicalities. We get to technicalities, man. We get creepy Moon. We have normal happy Sun. and then it goes to creepy moon, and then when we get sun back, if it transitions, he gains that smile. He gains the eyes, he gains the smile. His face suddenly turns very aggressive. Like if we compare this, like he's got cheeks, and his eyes are popping with happiness, and he's got open smile, and then you move over to this, well, not that thing, that's a little early. Move over to this thing, and, wait. Because he gains Moon's creepy ass smile. And that's the thing that catches me off guard. And then after the second moon, I mean, it depends on how long your game goes. But, you know, you reach the glitch world. And
I'm thinking it's just default because all of them have the same smile.
I mean, I'm just concerned about the fact that Sun's smile is different in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the only time, it's only different in the beginning once, but it's different. And then for every single sun and moon afterwards gets that creepy smile. Which is how the DCA looks normally. But this is a arcade game. They don't need to go by its actual model.
It's also a question of if Eclipse has always been like, hey, nice boy, baby, then why in the arcade machine is it glitchy?
Yeah, like why? Which is why I point out the fact that maybe it's not actually talking about like Eclipse. Why the arcade machine might not be talking about Eclipse as like a character. I think it's referencing either the virus or something. You can win the game already. Like it's either referencing like a virus or like what the moon did to sun. Like for whatever reason why moon did something. This is like what the moon is doing to sun. Is like acting as an eclipse. And is taking him over. I don't know. That's what I've always seen this little thing. Is it starts out with moon, it starts out with sun being normal, and maybe both of them being normal. And then moon comes out, he gets angry for some reason, gets creepy face. And then sun is infected by that creepy face. So it could be referencing the virus whenever that or whatever the hell happened to moon. I think there's like a mini question theory that's like, are they actually infected by the vanning virus, like at all? Good night. Because he says good night. Because the eclipse in the thing says good night. Might be suppressing eclipse to make sun and moon. Right, I forgot that. I did tag that because I saw that. Suppressing eclipse. That could be. It could be like a transceiver. And that's why the eclipse looks so creepy, because it's like supporting moon and maybe suppressing sun, which is suppressing eclipse. Or just suppressing their base form eclipse. It really comes into question is Eclipse the base? Is Eclipse a mix? Is Eclipse like another entity? That's like the big question. Who is this bitch? Who is he? Is he base? Is he base? Is he the base daycare attendant? Is he them both as like together? Or is he another?
Okay, this is gonna like be really like pushing it, but like what if, going off of the books, like with how they apparently used to be in the theater, what if Eclipse was made to repurpose them, and that's why Sun and Moon need to be whole in order to run the daycare?
Oh. So like technically,
but even
like,
then that's pushing it because of the plushies.
Yeah. But like, okay, well, if we're here's the thing. It might work anyways. There's no merch for Eclipse, right? Because he's not supposed to exist, right? But that doesn't mean he can't be a string of code that just never saw public eye. He could be like a nanny code. Like, they took the DCA from the theater. They're like, we're gonna reprogram these guys, but they don't know anything about daycare attendant stuff, so they took some sort of, like, nanny program and chucked it into them. And that program is Eclipse, essentially. That's an interesting thing.
Because of the no march, you have to take into account, like, how long was the daycare open?
Yeah, that's like a big thing. Is like because okay, it is suggested that when Freddy does his thing, and he needs to reboot and stuff, that like okay, so there's some span of time where either the virus was brewing or something. You get Vice, and then Freddy conks out, right? It's a terrible hat. We're just sticking with the bear. And then, like, security breach happens, right? And then at some point, an ending happens. I think probably Prince and Friends. And then some time passes and we have Room, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is an ambiguous amount of time. So this is like the game. But, like, there's an ambiguous amount of time where the virus was either stirring or something. So, like, I think the big question is, did the virus happen the day of, and this is when the virus appears. I keep spelling Vice. Virus. I don't know. Virus. So, did the virus get implemented the day Freddy, like, passed out? Or has it been stirring for a while? Either one of those things could happen. But if the virus was only implemented the day of, then that means something happened to Sun and Moon earlier. Because the daycare is dusty. Because, like, the rest of the pizza place is open, but the daycare closes, like, earlier. So, whatever was happening to the daycare attendant happened before all the stuff with, like, Freddy and the virus and stuff. Now, we don't know if the virus was stirring for much longer. We don't know if it was the day of or the virus has been, like, growing. But clearly whatever happened, it affected the daycare attendant first. Probably a while. I think I remember Vestin that Freddy's been passing out like that for a while. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, so it probably has been a while. So the virus probably has been happening for a bit. But I'm guessing because, you know, main stage animatronics are so much more important that they just didn't get the slap on the wrist. And so, but the daycare closes. It closes early. And it's suggested that Moon hates Sun. Okay. I love how I've given Moon a bat. But it's like Moon hates Sun. It's only 1-0.
I took that wrong. I thought you said match, and I was like, oh yeah, Moon should be allowed to commit arson.
I mean, we can have a match. Just paint that in black. But Moon hates Sun. Okay? Like, Sun is afraid of him. Moon either hates the Sun or wants him. Again, that's what we're gonna do. Or do you want me to light a match in front of the screen again? I could do that again. I did that for, who was it? I did that for Aster. Aster was yelling arson, so I grabbed a couple matches. But
Moon should be allowed to commit arson, just for funsies.
But he's already committed arson. Arson is okay. Freddy says arson is okay. Yeah, he got the dumb match finger thing, however sense that is.
Arson is okay as long as you're burning down government buildings.
Yes. But that's why that bunny looks weird. It doesn't have whiskers. But Moon hates Sun, and Sun is scared of Moon. And so I'm guessing whatever happened to cause the daycare to close was either a fight between Sun and Moon, or something. Cause I don't think there's any reports of Moon like hurting a kid, or Sun hurting a kid. I think there's just a lot of reports of them being scared, right? So like, they probably scared the kids because the Sun's panicking because Moon's coming out or something, right? And so, Moon gets angry at Sun. Probably the virus. Probably. I don't know. It's always a question whether or not, like, Moon actually got infected. Does he say that he broke a kid's arm? That might be a thing. He might have broken an arm. I don't know. I don't remember if Moon or the daycare attendant, because they're only listed as the daycare attendant, poor Sun and Moon. But, I can't remember if the daycare attendant actually did physical damage or if it was just mental damage. But
I know a lot of people in the DCA fandom like to make it to where Moon hurt the child, but like at the same time that could have been Eclipse because they're all mentioned as the daycare attendant.
Yeah, like it's always a daycare attendant, and that might just be like a thing with like the employees not seeing Sun and Moon as like separate AIs; they're just seen as one robot. Which, I mean, if Eclipse is a thing as, like, a merger, I mean, that would make sense. But, like, we don't know. I love this face I've made. Sorry, sidetrack. This is a cute face. Me scribbling out Eclipse. Eclipse is cute.
Eclipse baby.
He's a baby. Give him sweet
My baby.
Even helping Glamour Freddy refers to him as a single being. Yeah, like everyone refers to him as a single being. But like there's clearly a separation. Like Sun is scared of Moon. And like I feel like if they really are one person, then like is he scared of himself? Is this like a Jekyll and Hyde thing? Yeah, there's two statues.
To do that.
There's two statues, which means like at least like in the statues and like as an AI, like there's clearly a difference. Something like they aren't one person, but everyone refers to them as a single being.
What if Hazard's staff is just ableist?
Ableist. No, that would mean Freddy's ableist too, though.
I would not put it past them.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them either. But, I mean, I've read so many fanfics where it's like the poor Sun and Moon are just, like, strangers to everyone. So Eclipse is either another or both of them. Because I mean, Base and another are the same thing, but I don't think he's the Base, because at least, like, the theater Sun and Moon, are the same. How do I make a theater mess? What the hell did I just draw?
Daycare attendant deserves better.
It still deserves better.
Why would all the animatronics...
Freddy
literally, why does all the animatronics don't like Sun and Moon? Because why do they not like them? Because they will literally go everywhere in the entire Pizzaplex. And we have the whole thing of Freddy going to the fucking DJ Music Man. So they have gone to everywhere but the daycare.
I know. It's like sad. I mean, they have to go to the party rooms. Actually, that was another thing, like, I noticed. Eclipse entered the daycare quite a bit. Like, from the door? Like, if we have the door, and, like, he opens the door outward, which means he's, like, walking, like, a good, like, probably, I think those doors are, like, maybe 3 or 4 feet long. So, like, he's standing pretty far outside of the daycare before he puts little Cassie down. They aren't toddler safe. I don't think any of the robots are really kid safe.
It's Fazbear Entertainment. You expect them to be safe?
No, but it's still sad. But like Eclipse and like exits the daycare. Now this could be like the same thing with Sun, where he's able to throw you out of the daycare doors. But like I feel like Eclipse and exits the daycare doors more than Sun did. And he stayed there for a while. It wasn't like he was hiding behind the door. But then again, this could just be like the same thing with Sun, where Sun was able to dump you out, and like, and he was just more angry, scared, I guess. He had to leave the daycare to put up that ban sign. They aren't stuck in the daycare. Like, it isn't a safety lock. Like, I feel like the daycare attendant is not locked. They might be locked to like the daycare area, but like they aren't locked. Well, like even at that, the banner is outside of the daycare, so he's stepping into the Pizzaplex.
It's in like Foxy's area.
Yeah. So like, I mean, Foxy's area may or may not be a part of the daycare, but like clearly, like they can walk around their own area, even if they can't like go to like say the atrium or something. So like, they're not stuck. I mean, they might have been stuck when security breach happens and after all that like biz, like a daycare closing. But like even at that, both Sun and Eclipse are able to exit the daycare doors, which means at least they're not stuck to like the playpen. So I mean the theaters in the daycare, Foxy's area may or may not be considered a part of the daycare. So I don't know what Eclipse is. I think there is a ban sign on the atrium door. So I think theoretically they're exiting the daycare to some degree. Like I feel like they can wander and just choose not to. It's really confusing. I'm gonna make this doodle.
They're the social outcasts, and I want to give them hugs and kisses.
Give them hugs. They're making those smaller so I have more doodle room. Same. So, I guess the big question is, the daycare closes because somebody got hurt or some child got really scared. Moon, either because of the virus or some other problem, starts to haunt the Sun, of which then security breach happens and they're stuck there for a while. Sun wants to be made whole. He is talking about helping the other me, which is Moon, because they're separate entities. I don't know why. Okay, like it makes a weird sort of mental sense, like with the whole like Sun in VR, Moon is not. It's weird. But then again, a lot of things with that mask.
Like even with Jekyll and Hyde in that play, it's they are referred to as two separate entities. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I don't know. Like, I think there's a lot of support that Sun and Moon are two different AIs of some sort. But the word whole, I hate that word. The word whole, what is the definition of whole? I did not select Whole Foods, you stupid thing.
Allergies are just making me not have throat. Allergies are making me have throat problems.
Yeah, I get allergies because of the weather.
Yeah, weather, currently over here as well.
All of entire, unbroken or undamaged state in one piece, the thing that is complete in itself, all of something, is emphasized. So it means complete, or together, or unbroken. Like the word whole basically means that in some I've somehow activated the lasso. It means that in some way they are together. like they need to be together and unbroken. And so, but he says other me, which is a it's, I hate these two words. Whole and other me are stupid. Okay? Now, the other me might just be referring to, like, the VR thing. But he's referring to other me, like, Moon as a separate person needs to be rebooted. And like I said, it could just correlate to the whole fact that Sun's not really there. But it still irritates me. Because you can't just say other me and also call yourself and say you need to be whole. Because it suggests
propaganda that Sun and Moon and Eclipse are different entities.
Different entities. It's like two.
Is going to send us a cease and desist.
Cease and desist. What is Sun and Moon? Are they separate entities? Are they one person? What is Eclipse? I'm so confused. We have the Balloon World thing, and then we have, because like Balloon World probably represents the virus, and the sun, and the moon like scaring the sun and taking over the sun. Like, in some way, that might be what the Balloon World game is representing. It's representing the virus taking over Moon, and then Moon suppressing the sun and creating some mad abomination. Maybe Sun meant that they eclipse, and there's supposed to be a third. They are.
I have a comment on that.
What? What's your
comment? I have a comment on that. Okay.
On Digimon, or the thing I was saying? Okay, Digimons.
To add a comment onto that, how long has Eclipse been here?
Yeah. That's a great question. Is Eclipse a new entity, an old entity, or something in between? Because, okay, so we have theater, Sun and Moon. I'm just going to draw a mask, like a comedy mask. Okay, so we have theater, Sun and Moon, right? And, like, this was an entity. So, like, it's suggested in the books that there was something to do with the theater. Given the fact that the daycare attendants' faces are used as the comedy masks in the daycare, means something. They were in the theater as an attraction, because theater bot is a bit to be desired.
Oh, I just thought of something. This is really, really far-fetched, but what if Eclipse was the original daycare attendant, and then they just merged Sun and Moon into Eclipse?
Yeah, that kind of goes back to me saying he seemed like the perfect daycare attendant. The VA did say it was Eclipse's birthday on Ruin release day. I mean that could just be because it's Ruin, and that's the first time Eclipse's character has shown up.
What?
Did I make you sad?
That all in the game.
Anyways, so Eclipse could have showed up either as a theater guy. Eclipse could have been the daycare attendant and completely separated from the theater. Or, when Sun and Moon were moved, Eclipse was added to the daycare attendant. That's like the theories we've got right now. Is like Sun and Moon were added together. So like Sun and Moon came from the theater. Eclipse was either the theater guy. Eclipse was a separate entity and was either shoved into their coding or not, or the Sun and Moon were moved and Eclipse came in order to fill up the gaps in their programming. That's like the theories we have. Is that Eclipse has always been here and he just got separated somehow. Eclipse was a separate entity that was just shoved into them for some reason. Or Eclipse was added in as some sort of nanny code or something. I mean, the one where he just exists as a daycare attendant prior, it works, but you have to ask where Sun and Moon came from. Like where they added into Eclipse. I guess that would make sense, is if you came from the theater, and then Sun and Moon were added into Eclipse. That's where that theory is.
Yeah, that's what Digimon. Do you want to be called Digimon or Inferio Anon?
The AR Sun Moon plushies do talk about Sun and Moon being good with their daycare jobs when Cassie goes there. Oh yeah, I forgot, because the merch does state that Sun and Moon were good attendants.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not this is like before or after.
AKA the game contradicts itself.
This is but these guys were good at their jobs. Maybe they were Eclipse.
So what the fuck?
You actually prefer Digi.
Digi.
We got Digi. It's like how I'm Amph. Which is so funny because I feel like somebody's gonna think that I'm like a guitar Amph. But so yeah, because I mean they need Eclipse. There's supposed to be a third. So there are either three entities that need each other. Eclipse came from the theater and was separated. Eclipse was taken from the theater and Sun and Moon were added, or something like that. Or what was the third option? Eclipse came from the theater. Sun and Moon came from the theater, and Eclipse was added as a nanny care. It's really confusing. Because, like, I feel like Moon needs a reason, and we don't need that reason. We don't know that reason. Like, the virus did a lot of stuff, but it seems like with the others, at least. So, okay, like, here's the thing. I don't know if Moon was infected by the virus, because he's the only one who doesn't feel like he's running on some sort of corrupted base programming. Like Monty and Chica and all those guys, they're still saying their childhood lines. They sound so robotic. But the daycare attendant sounds very, very, very animated. And it just feels like they're a little bit more conscious. So, like, is Moon taken over by the virus, or does he have, like, beef with Sun? And maybe Eclipse by recompense, depending on who Eclipse is.
Brothers are fighting.
Brothers are fighting. Because, like, Sun's like, I'm stuck in a nap. I have been trapped inside of a nap. And Moon is trapping him inside of said nap. And the Sun's scared of the Moon. The Moon's very threatening with nap time, apparently. Moon only explicitly hurts you in the one generator death, while he's in pain from light. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like Moon in almost in almost every jump scare. The first jump scare he has got tickle fingers. Okay, got the tickle fingers coming for you. Generator number 1, he seems to just yank you in the air. I don't know what he does to you after he yanks you into the air, but he seems to just yank you into the air. And it's only with the one generator death where he like actively is like scratch. I will say I think I saw someone note that he might have just been grabbing the other shoulder, but I think that's a pretty obvious scratch. But like Moon doesn't seem to be infected in the way of like I am a robotic entity trying to kill you. He feels like he's just hyper nap time or something. So like I don't know if Moon is infected. I don't know if Moon has a virus. cause I don't know, if he's virus, and if he's not virus, why is he being so mean? And especially to Sun. And if Eclipse is a fix, then, like, I'm still confused by the whole, like, what is Eclipse? I think that's, like, a lot of the thing right now. What is he? if he's them together, like, whole, like Sun says, then he's either, like, the base AI, the theater AI, the, I don't know, the nanny AI that's supposed to, help them or something. I don't know. But bringing Eclipse back fixes Moon. Sun says thank you, so Sun's clearly not, like he sounds really, like, happy, exhausted. And so, like, Sun's happy that you brought out Eclipse.
I just realized something.
What?
There's multiple Pizzaplexes, right?
Yeah.
So what if one Pizzaplex has them used to have them as theater, while the one that Cassidy goes to only had them in the daycare?
Oh, gods, why did you mention that? Oh, that's awful! But it makes sense. It makes an awful amount of sense. What if the ones in the book is just from a different Pizzaplex? Oh, gods. That removes any sort of theories about the theater. Like, all of this just gets crossed out. Because then that just means that something happened at the daycare, and Eclipse is just there. As something. I don't know, I mean, there's still, like, I haven't mentioned it yet, but there's still, like, the common theory, which is, like, he is security code. I mean, after he says happy birthday, he's like, warning, security, mode active, yada yada yada. I still think it's interesting that he boots up in some sort of party mode. But, like, at least, like, the big question with Eclipse is, what the hell is he? And why is he in the daycare attendant? Something's going on between Sun and Moon. We know this. Something's going on. They don't like each other. Sun and Moon had an argument. Eclipse is somewhere in here. We don't know where. But when we reboot them, they become Eclipse. This might just be something for a split second. He might have been a security code that was triggered when he saw a child in the daycare. But he triggers exactly after, and he says happy birthday, which means something. They rebooted intentionally on Eclipse in either a party mode, or the party mode was the last thing Eclipse was on. What if he's for the kids who want both Sun and Moon at their parties? Maybe?
Well, then that would just give you a whole different entity.
Yeah, I mean, in that idea, then he's like the third entity. But that does point in a point. Like, if Eclipse is an extra AI for specifically the parties, then that would at least if we're going off the idea that there is no theater daycare attendant, that would at least give something. Because, I mean, Sun and Moon can't be at the party. You can only have one. So you could have Eclipse.
Why couldn't they just build them separate fucking bodies?
I know, just build them bodies! They need their own bodies, goddammit! They need their own faces.
Fazbear Entertainment, you are making your own problems.
You're making your own... I think Fazbear Entertainment has been making their own problems for years.
Pretty much. Who even is running Fazbear Entertainment anymore?
I don't know. I think it's just general corpses. I think it's just general people. But like the daycare attendant is... I need like a new thing. I need a new page.
POV fucking phone dude from FNAF 3's running Fazbear Entertainment.
It's the phone dude. No, it's the phone dude's child.
I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised.
No, is it the phone dude from FNAF 3 though? I think it's Sammy Emily. Oh. Yeah.
But
That
didn't he
works.
die?
Is that a book thing or is that like a game thing? I don't know. So like, oh goodness, we have like so many running little threads that we're pulling at. You have the FNAF, so you have the Balloon World game. No, Sammy's twin died. So you have the Balloon World game, which might represent Moon getting the virus or going nuts and taking over the sun and physically eclipsing him. You have this floating factor of theater daycare attendant, which could tie into Eclipse in like many ways. He either was split in half, or had Sun and Moon added, or he was added in order to help with the daycare. That might not have happened at all, and Eclipse might be a third entity, maybe for parties, or is just there as a joined version of the daycare attendants like programming. You have my weird personal theory where I think Eclipse is literally just a moon in like a rebooted state. You have the fact that like Moon might not have the virus at all and might be angry at Sun and Eclipse for their own goddamn reasons. It's a lot of little things. What if all the DCAs are just programmed to say happy birthday to themselves when they turn on? Oh, that would be so cute. I mean, here's the funny thing. Sun does the same like stretch, ho ho ho, as Eclipse. That would be really cute if that's just like their boot up noise. Happy birthday.
Oh my god, it's like
Eclipse is online.
It's like Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, the what? I'm so confused.
Have you never heard of Frosty the Snowman?
I've heard of Frosty the Snowman. Oh! My brain had to boot up what exactly you were talking about. I was like, what? Okay, so we have
Frosty the Snowman.
the arcade cabinet, which might represent something like Moon. I keep spelling Moon with only one O. Moon takes over. And that might be what it's representing. Moon takes over in some way. Get to see my lovely K, which makes no sense. Moon takes over because the Sun has happy face with an open mouth. We're just drawing these. For sake. I'm just trying to write these all down. Okay, so that's what happens there before we meet, talk about Eclipse one thing. So we can make an Eclipse. There we go. Perfect. But so the arcade game is representing in some way the Moon taking over the Sun. You have the theater equation, which could represent like a version of the DCA. Somebody, whether it is Eclipse the daycare attendants. And either, like, something happens where either, like, sun and moon are added, or daycare, or they are split. If I can do this little drawing. If they are added or they are split. Same thing here. I did the wrong thing.
As an autistic person, I can second that.
Second one, what did you want over? My personal headcanon is that Moon is autistic and accidentally hurt an energetic kid while trying to get them to nap, and then was angry because no nap time is punishment is disrupting his schedule. Yes. I second that also. He just want, oh god, hi cat. How long have you been down there? But yeah, daycare attendant. I'm streaming!
Okay. Does the camera see things?
But yes, he's just upset because he can't be nap time. I think anyone being like stopped from doing their job would get angry.
Can the camera see me?
What am I doing?
Amber there.
I missed something. What?
Can the camera see me?
No. It's looking at the ground. My brain has fuzzled. I'm trying to write down all our theories in drawing form, and I don't. My brain is dying. What am I moving? What did I mess up with this equation? Ah! That goes there. Right. And then daycare attendant was split. Right, and then this is the equation where the daycare attendant was added in. There's my drawing utensil. Why did it disappear? There we go. I don't know why it disappeared for a little bit. Okay, and then this one is eclipse is added. At least eclipse has like a standard form you can illustrate up. So they were either split and making eclipse or eclipse is added in. That's like the theories with the theater. Is that like eclipse came first and then the daycare attendant was added in. Or the sun and moon one from the theater and eclipse is added in, or if they were split, making eclipse as like their base AI. Okay, yeah. That's what we've been talking about. Okay. And then, what was the other one? We had... I'm trying to... What is eclipse? We have the small theory that maybe moon is equal to eclipse. That's my own personal theory, but I don't know how much validity that has. I don't know how much validity that has. They probably are separate people. I don't know.
Fazbear Entertainment, stop being cheap for once in your life and let them have separate bodies.
Let them have separate bodies!
It would solve so many problems.
It really would.
You fucking idiot.
Really would. Okay, so we have Moon taking over with the arcade machine. We have the many theories of what was happening with the theater. Moon and Eclipse might be the same thing. We have the questions of what is Eclipse? What is this man? What are you? What are you? You could have seen my lovely writing. Isn't it beautiful?
My writing isn't really any better.
Right, do you draw your K's like this? It was pretty bad.
Waiting for.
Oh, waiting for stream.
No, I do them differently.
You do them differently. See, most people, they just do the lines. Or maybe they actually have a sense and, like, don't do whatever this is. I don't know what I do. It looks like a freaking rabbit. What are you? Are you base AI? Are you... Like, what is he? Why does the reboot
Who are all you people?
creates you?
Where did I
Creates...
go to get that fucking... What the hell?
We have this thing creates... Maybe. We have... I gotta look at my mess of doodles over here. We have the word whole and other me.
Fazbear is just robotist.
I don't think they see robots as people though.
Exactly, robotist.
Robotist. They are robotist. So we have the problem with the word whole and other me meaning something. What are you, Eclipse? If, a lot of these questions would be answered. I mean, hopefully we might get a book or something. But we need to figure out what Eclipse's AI's is. Is he a nanny?
It's the same goddamn Fazbear Pizzaplex where the daycare attendants used to be theaters.
Yeah. Like, is he a nanny code? Is he a theater code? Is he, like, a third entity for question mark reasons? Or, like, maybe just combined? What are you? What if Sun were never to reboot before this is Eclipse's first time existing? And Sun needed them both to be active at once because of how painful the possible switching is in written. It is described as painful by Moon. His first time existing. What if we saw the transformation was jammed? So you are suggesting that Eclipse never was a thing. Like the reboot had never been done. Ever. And so it like the reboot either created Eclipse as like a combined entity of like what Sun and Moon are supposed to act like in order to help with the pain of switching. Maybe, because I mean, if Eclipse was like online full time, then there wouldn't be any transformations to hurt with. Wait, I guess that's another thing. Does the transformation hurt?
And here's another factor at play. Did the Vanny virus make it to where lights hurt Moon?
Yeah. Like, do the lights hurt? Why can't I draw a sad face? Get this face.
Or was that always a thing?
Yeah, like, was it always a thing, or was it like, does the light hurt? Does this hurt? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? And is it full time? Or always? Always. Like this.
Also gotta remember that could have been Sun making noises to hold back Moon.
Yeah, like he could have been holding back Moon when he says grinding gear. Sun was screaming in pain during spirit greets, and Moon said that he had fair reason for hurting Moon. He specifically mentioned grinding gears hurting his head. I mean, the whole grinding gears might be the whole forceful nap time thing. But the fact that, like, in normal security breach, Sun screams out of agony. Like,
I'm saying that could have been Sun holding Moon back.
yeah, like, is it Is it because they're refusing each other? Is the transformation okay when they aren't, when they are being nice to each other? There's so many questions. Because was it
So many
always like this? Was
answers.
the hurtful light always like this? Was what is Eclipse? Is Eclipse just a moon rebooted? We have so many things where Eclipse came from if he came from the theater, but we don't have like a lot of ideas of where he came from. Like otherwise, like he could be a nanny code that was added, but that's like if we're thinking about the theater. He could be combined like coding from like the reboot. Is he security? I forgot to put that mention. Is he security? But Moon's security. So like, cause Moon's security. So why would we need another security bot?
How do you know Moon Security?
Because he does the whole security rounds. That's like the big thing with Freddy and Security Breach is that he's
Oh, right.
the daycare attendant does it.
I'm forgetting that's not a fanfic thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be really horrid if the kids like heard the daycare attendant screaming because of the transformation every single time. It's like it couldn't have hurt. They're like, is it because it's being forced? Is it because it's fighting? Because fighting. Is it because of fighting? Was it always like this? What is this? Dumb, scrunkly man.
What are you, dumb bitch?
What are you? What are you? Like we just need like a clearer answer of like who came first and where did they come in. Like, if we take into the whole fact that like maybe it legit is Eclipse's birthday or some shit, then like how in the world have we skipped this third entity for so long? And like,
well, I mean, Gregory did get banned.
I mean, he did get banned, but like,
wait, that doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. My train of thought is like, okay, Gregory got banned from the daycare because he turned the lights off. But like, why would he get banned for that? And why is that rule in place if Moon was a good daycare attendant?
well, like here's the thing, is Sun running the daycare? Is the daycare attendant running the daycare? Who was running the daycare? Who was controlling what is happening inside that room? There's a security thing, but like is that just security?
Also, if Moon is security, why is all the other animatronics not liking the daycare attendant?
Yeah, I feel like you
Shouldn't
need
you,
to
like,
know him.
Shouldn't you make friends with your night guard?
Yeah, like how much agency is the daycare attendant allowed? Cassie said she never slept better than with nap time with Moon. When did she say that? Is that
In
collectible?
in the Moon AR collectible.
Oh, never had a better sleep time than with nap time with Moon. So Moon was good. Moon. That's another note. Moon was good.
Moon was always good.
Moon was good. At some point, he was a good man.
Fandom spread bad propaganda.
Okay, like he's been good. He was good. But something happened. I really wish we had a better idea of what that something was other than the virus. Because it just doesn't feel like the virus has taken over. He's way too animated.
And even then, where did the virus come from and when was it installed?
Yeah, like, I mean, there's theories that like they went to go get like upgrades and that's where like the virus came in. But like, these guys, did they
Does
have
that
the
mean
virus?
the virus never came from Vanny, but fucking Fazbear Entertainment's own and stupidity?
I mean, they scanned in freaking old code into the VR game, so.
Ah, yes, Parasol Games. Totally real company.
Did the virus ever get to them? They feel too animated. They feel too alive and they don't hurt. Don't hurt the kids.
No, because that could have fucking happened because apparently everyone hates the goddamn daycare did it for no reason.
Yeah, you hold that Moon just accidentally hurt a kid and got map time banned as a punishment because close to my chest. It really could have been like an accident. But like if Cassie is saying that at some point she had a good night rest and didn't have any nightmares. Like of course there's gonna be like Karen reports, but like if she never had nightmares, then that mean like at some point something happened to Moon to change him. Right? Like something happened to Moon. And whether it's the virus or something else, we need to figure out what that was. Because right now it's ambiguous and it's cause like what's the loose threads? We don't know why Moon got aggressive. It could be the virus or it could be something we don't know. The pain from the lights might just be because they're fighting. Moon took over Sun at some point. And Eclipse is an ambiguous entity who could have come from fucking everywhere. I think it was the Scooby with kids who don't want the maps. Probably. That could be a thing. He's a boogie monster. You gotta put the map.
Boogeyman, he's the man in
He
the...
got his purple fingers. But like, it's so confusing. The daycare attendant's confusing. Because there's, I think the biggest gaps. Because like, sure, the daycare attendant might have come from theater. That doesn't really matter. What matters right now is where did Eclipse come from? Did the daycare ever have a virus, or is Moon just fighting Sun for unrelated reasons, either as like payback or irritation due to nap time being closed? And like, what is Eclipse? What is he? We have how many options do we have around this guy? We have 4 options for what Eclipse is. We have a nanny code, we have security, we have theater, we have that he was created by the reboot, we have that he is the combined version of Sun and Moon. What is he? It is confusing. Because there's no good answer. Like, hold on. I keep forgetting you're down there. Come into my lap. You keep scaring me. I'm here. This is one of the blind boys, if you guys want to see him. Isn't he cute?
Waiting for stream.
He's a cute boy. He's a good boy. He doesn't want to look up at the camera because he doesn't like being put on his phone. Isn't he adorable? Sit on my lap because I keep stepping on you.
Oh, see ya, Gigi.
Foxy? All I heard was Foxy.
I said Digi.
Digi?
Well, now
Oh,
fucking...
bye-bye! We have lost our 3rd jumping point.
We have a Foxy in the system and you have now brought them into Headspace.
With the cat?
By saying Foxy.
Oh! What? Well, greetings, Foxy, if you are there.
He says ahoy back.
Oh, oh, hey, mateys. Sound like a British pirate. Can I just get the voice lines? That's not right button. Eclipse cutscene. No, Eclipse cutscene, please. Let's listen to this. Ah! Okay. We meet son. He doesn't have the eyeball. It's bothering me that that's that's a design thing that I noticed. We need to be whole. Reboot to be whole.
With this?
Lights on. Why do they have the mouth? I don't get the mouth thing.
Nobody gets the mouth.
No one gets the mouth. You got a mouth. I just realized something. Just a little side note. Everybody's like, the sun can fly! And I'm like, well, no, he has a cable, but you look in the cutscene and no, he doesn't have a cable. It's because he's in VR.
They always were able to fly.
Yeah, they've always been able to fly. And you just can't see it in VR because it's not there in VR. Sun just flies because he thinks he's flying. Like, the cable just isn't a thought in his little brain. Which is why the same goes with the same line of thinking that the daycare attendant's room is clean. Wait, we're just playing through this. Quiet. You are not a run by of Eclipse's cutscenes. You're just playing through the Eclipse Lost level. You liar. Okay, so they get a reboot. Look at the freaking party sound I just realized. Like the box party sound.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Child in danger. Sexual active. Little girl, you can't be in here. It's dangerous. I need to clean up before we can open in the morning. Oh, this place will be flooded with kids. Come back soon and have a fabulous day.
Okay. Just wanted to listen to that dialogue because the sweet boy is needed. But like, because he says happy birthday, security mode after child in danger. Because he talks about the daycare like he's running the daycare. This place will be flood in the morning. I gotta clean up the space before we open.
Can't be in here. It's dangerous. I need to
Need to
clean
clean
up
up
before we
before we
can open in the
open.
morning. Oh, this place will be flooded with kids.
Because he talks like he's run the daycare. Which gives better credence to like the nanny code and like the either the combined thing. Because he sounds like he's running the daycare. I'm just not sure like how valid that is. Oh. I need to fill up this corner, hold on. It's bothering me.
Hee hee corner.
The corner's empty. ADHD dictates that I have to put something in it. There you go. Now let's get something in that corner. I'll erase this guy for you to come back with any other theories. But, like, it feels like he's either like a nanny code or a daycare attendant code, or he's the combined version of Sun and Moon, because he sounds like he's running the daycare. He doesn't sound like he's reverting to some sort of theater coding.
No, not at all.
No. So, like, I mean, he still could have come from, like, a version when they had the theater, but it feels more like, at least he's been in the daycare a while. Like, he's been running the daycare for a good bit. And so, like, so he's probably either some sort of nanny care code or a combined version of him. Something happened to Moon to make him angry. Yeah, I'm running out of like theorizing steam. Plus, I should probably get off the stream anyways. But I mean, hey, at least we got all these thoughts.
We do.
We do. We have all these thoughts. So I'm probably gonna post these along with like a link to the video once it's out.
Yep.
But at least for now, that's kind of what we got. We don't know what Eclipse is. The light hurts. Moon might or might not get the virus. He could have come from the theater. Yada yada yada. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get off.
See ya.
Alright, see ya. Well, Aster, why do you always come in late? It just ended! I swear, poor Aster. This is like happened like the third, like 3 times now, where like I started the thing in the morning and he comes in. I'm so sorry, Aster. You missed all the theorizing. And I will post the video though, so you can at least like rewatch the stream and all our ramblings. But yeah, Aster, I bet you can get to my streams in the evening more, don't you? I've been outside the past few days. You got those puppies to take care of. Alright, but I do have to end the stream. So.
Yeah.
Oh, bye-bye. 1, 2.